welcome back to Adobe Live, live from the awards in Berlin. Welcome back to all of you in the chat, and for the next hour we'll be together with Daniel Kluwe. Hey Daniel,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Well, thank you. Yeah, and thank you for the invitation. And I'm happy to be here
actually,
today.
it's our honor to have you with us.
No, it's fun.
But before we start, I just wanted to talk about a few things that are important. We're going to have a giveaway during this 1 hour. I think, maybe in 30 minutes or so, we will be choosing somebody in the chat, and the lucky winner will get some Adobe XD swag. So there's the infamous socks. Have you ever seen the infamous Adobe XD socks?
No,
no,
I didn't see them.
They do exist. They do exist.
Okay.
And people in the chat want them. I know that. And there's some other things like notepads and things like that with the Adobe XD brand. So this whole conference is about web design. The awards are for the best websites in the whole wide world. And of course, we're talking about experience design. And Daniel is one of these professionals that actually dedicates his life to making experiences better, right?
Yeah,
and more beautiful.
I'm doing my best to do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a field where you can do a lot of innovation and a lot of experimental stuff. And so, it's fun to work in this creative field.
Cool. So we're going to get to know Daniel in a second. Hello, everyone. Yes, everybody's talking about the socks. Okay, let's go. Welcome back in the chat. Don't hesitate to ask Daniel questions if you have any. This is the cool thing about Adobe Live, because we are live. This is the opportunity to actually ask questions to top professionals. All right, Daniel, why don't we start with your Behance website?
Yeah.
And so you tell us a little bit about who you are, how you got to, to where you are today, and
of course,
yes.
I will do. Yeah, so I start my design career in an advertising agency. And I was doing my traineeship and everything, and then I come to Berlin to go to art school. And in this time I needed a good portfolio, which is easy to update. And I saw Behance, and it was the tool of my choice. And so
you were working and then went to school? Did I understand that?
I was trainee in advertising.
Trainee. Okay,
trainee,
okay,
like 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then I go to Berlin to go for my communication design studies.
Okay.
But in this time I get some passion about this whole digital media stuff, about UX design, about interaction design, about everything. And so my focus went more and more in this way. And when beside my studies, I had to go like a study trainee in an editorial agency.
Okay.
And so I was working the whole day. And
in InDesign?
Yeah, a lot of stuff in InDesign, but also Photoshop, doing all the preparing on this. And
there's a question here: are you self-taught? So
what?
Are you self-taught? Like when you began, you said you worked as a trainee.
Yeah.
And then you went to school.
Yes.
To study communication design. So no, not necessarily self-taught, but you have acquired quite some experience by yourself before starting to study.
I actually come from the graffiti spraying.
Oh, okay.
And things like this, and I have a passion for colors and for all this stuff, and for handwritten typography.
Do you still have pictures from your graffitis?
Yeah, but they are too old to show. I would say. It was a long time ago. I would say around 10 years ago. But it was a good way to get the feeling for this whole handwritten things, and to get a bit feeling for the aesthetic stuff and everything. And it was a cool step to go to this advertising stuff and get more professional. I would say it was the perfect time to know the basics, also about the programs, about the software.
So what is it? You studied communication design?
Yes.
For what, 2 years?
No, it was 3.5 years to my bachelor's.
Okay.
I was taking 6 months time to go in the agency, and I started with this traineeship and everything. And till I was finished, I think 3 years ago. I was there. And after that, I was integrated in the agency for full-time, for a full-time job. I started as a designer, and then I grew to art director.
Yeah.
And after that, I needed a change, and I go back to advertising, but more with the focus on the digital stuff. And this was my last job as senior art director in advertising.
Yeah, that's right, Denise. I think that's one question that always comes up is, because many people are also self-taught, they don't go to specific schools or things like that. But I always say going to a school is a great opportunity to meet people that are like-minded, that have the same passion. Hopefully the teachers are inspiring and can become mentors that help you through the growing into the profession. I think it makes it easier, right? Also
I think it's the most important time of the whole steps when you grew as a real designer. And it's so important because you get to in contact with the people who build your network for the later jobs and everything. And with me, it was also the same. Like I met a mentor. He was the senior art director in the editorial company. And he was so focused on the typography, on all the structures, on hierarchies and everything. And he was such a cool guy, and he was so chilled down with everything, to work with clients. His way, he was talking to the people around, and just so self-confident. And I'm still he's still a friend of me, and it was good to meet him.
This whole conversation going on about going to school, not going to school. Yes, it's a matter, like you just said, you put it perfectly.
No, that's very important, and I think it gives you also the feeling for aesthetics and all the stuff. And in the first time of my studies, I was also doing like painting pictures, all this fancy stuff. But the art school was very focused on this digital media stuff and to going more in an innovative way. And so it was perfect time to experiment and to find my way where I want to work later.
And I also think one important ththing that you do at school is also learn a bit about the history of design, about the past. The past is important. To understand the styles of things and what works, what doesn't work. Because I always say, no good idea comes from nothing. It's just the more cultural baggage one has in their mind, the more creative they can be, because they can take bits and pieces from left and right.
I think it's very necessary in the design business, because when you just work free and just look, okay, what looks nice and everything, it's just decoration. It's nothing, no design. And you have to have the conditions. You have to know why you do something like this, why I choose this style for this client and everything. You have to know the basics and everything, the history. It's
perfect. So thank you for engaging in the chat. Nice conversation you're having there. Let's go on with your work. I'm always interrupting you, so let's focus on you now.
Okay, let's start. Maybe I will show a project which, I don't know which. Maybe we'll start with one I built up for a design challenge. It was one of my first user interface designs. And I built it up in Photoshop. It was not perfect. Today I like much more to work with the experience designer, because the file size is much better.
It's faster.
It's much faster. And when you work with an old MacBook, which is not so fast, so
I see.
The file size is much better to handle. So I did all the design stuff in Photoshop, and it's like, sorry. I've built it up in a nice way.
The what?
You see it? No, it's design. It's a landing page we are seeing right now. And this is the briefing. This is all I get before. It was. I have to confirm then with a fresh design, with cool transitions, and I have to say why I choose this way or this way. And all the time was 8 hours, and I just had to go one way. I can't experiment, okay, if it's cool like this, like this, like this. I just go, okay, I will do material design, because I think it's very easy and it gives a good feeling for all the structural stuff inside. And yeah, enough. I will just show you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I try to give a very clear and organized stack holding system. It's like, you're analyzing your driving skills, and this is like a score how good you're driving. And
that's so.
What?
74% is okay. You're driving okay.
Yeah, it's like it's intermediate. I would say, yeah. And yeah, you have something like a drop-down menu. You see in this part, when you hold it down, you tap and you just, I don't know, put your finger down and like on the screen.
Oh, you swipe?
Yeah, not swiping, like holding
like
tab, pressing and then holding.
Long press.
Long press, yes. That's the word. And yeah, this is the side menu. It comes out when you go on the menu bar. From the left, it's also like in the material design. You put the button on the left side, you push it, and then the menu puts out.
Nice touch with the driver.
Yeah, it was in the briefing. Like it was also a Michael Knight build.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I get it, and I try. Maybe they will laugh and maybe choose me because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And yeah, because when you just have the static pictures, you see, okay, the design is nice, it looks good. But how this is the feeling for all the interaction stuff, for all the transition stuff. And so I took the files from Photoshop and get them into After Effects. I do it still today a lot of times.
Awesome.
Because you have more options to go for this all transition stuff. I think experience design is very cool for all this interaction, but you're very limited about the options to building up transitions. You just can swipe in from the left, from the right, from down or up. You can't just choose one object to go for the animations. So After Effects gives you much more.
Yeah, and After Effects is also it can also be frame based, so it's more control.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right. You just can choose. I don't know, like 0 to 4 seconds in experience design. Yeah, and After Effects you can do. You're free. You can do what you want. So yeah, this is the first, like the opening animation when you open the app or the bar turns on, and then the logo is going to its place and the app starts.
Boom.
Yes. And the first score opens. So we go on. This is the card stack holding. It's like the scrolling options, and you know what I mean with the.
Did you embed any of the XD files in your Behance?
Of the XD files?
Like the XD exports? Like you can embed them and then have people try them on Behance as well?
Okay, no, I didn't do it yet. Okay. But yeah, maybe I should do.
Yeah, maybe just one page where people can click through and.
No, because this was with Photoshop. This wasn't yet Experience Designer. With all the prototyping stuff, I'm more for like working for clients, you know, because you have to give them a feeling about all the stuff, and just for showing it on Behance, I think like this interaction animations are cool. Yeah, because the people just have to look about it, and when you know, like you're using Behance, you just scroll through all the projects, and I think you will not take so much time to go through all the prototyping stuff and everything. Yeah. Okay. There's a little icon. And
this is something that you do, and that I really invite everybody to do. When you put things on Behance to showcase your work, you see how Daniel put in so much textual information as well, like why, how. Like explain things, because one thing I always say is like, don't just put a pretty picture on Behance. It's not enough.
No.
Because if I'm an art director looking for talent, or simply looking for a streamer for the next Adobe Live, I need to understand the thought process. I need to understand a little bit what went into the work. So pretty pictures are not enough on Behance. So Well done. I really like it with the explanation.
Yeah, I try to think a bit like doing a case study for an agency or something like this, because you can show the result in the end, but it's always a compromise, because there were clients introduced in the whole process, and we will go this way, but when you design, you want to show what was the whole process in the what were the results in some steps of the project and everything, and also what was the briefing in the front, where was it come from, all the stuff.
And frankly, this is something that I really missed from my portfolio, because my portfolio was, of course, paper-based.
Okay.
One thing that I had to carry around.
Yeah.
And basically, portfolios at my time were really just beautiful things that you could look at.
Yeah.
And most interviews, especially in the US, you didn't even talk with the art directors. You left your portfolio in the morning, and then in the afternoon you come by and say, hey, so... And then the secretary says, "Oh, somebody looked at it.
Yeah.
Can I get feedback? No, sorry." So it's so much easier today.
It's very old school. I think it's in this way, because
Thank you.
I don't know, when was the time you used this print portfolio? When was it?
The 90s.
90s. Okay.
Yes.
I think I had to build one print portfolio in the first time when I get this traineeship in the media agency. But you put it and you have it like ready. But you have done in this time so much projects which are not inside, and you have to put so much work in it. And that's the cool thing of all this digital media stuff now. You can put it on there and you can keep it updated, and you don't have to stay a whole night awake and just work on your portfolio and doing things. It's just easy. You just can take the work from the day and put it inside, and
awesome.
So it's the best way. And so let's go on with the work.
Let's go on. That's right, Denise. Behance presentations is as if you prepare a visual pitch for potential clients. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's how, and the more information you give about your thought process, your workflow, the better. One thing I really despise hearing today is, but if I share this, people will copy. No.
But it's today it's not
that's how it works today. And if people copy, well, then it's
that's better than doing it by yourself.
Exactly.
And look shit.
So more information.
And it's the same like you see so much of design today, and I think to need it to keep updated with everything. And so I don't think it's not like copying. It's like taking something and take it further to another step or something like this. And that's the way today media works. Okay, maybe I will show the first project I did with Experience Design. My first project. It was for a Berlin-based jewelry designer. And the story around it is they are traveling a lot and buying hand-picked stuff from several markets, like in Indonesia, and sell it, not like in a high... not a lot of one of the things. It's like very selected stuff, and it's a bit like we want to show all the process from the travelings, like in a blog, newspaper blog, and all the storytelling stuff is also important in this project. And this is the intro, the basic branding stuff with the Adobe Creative.
Very classic.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, and also works on the screen. That's very important.
Okay.
Because it has to look good on the Retina display, on the mobile, and on everything. And a lot of the serifs fonts are not so perfect for it. So I don't like to use it as headline font, but with the Casson it works. It's cool. And the logo design, it's like the classic market with the font and the picture. And this is the very reduced landing page. And here are all the screens I put up in Experience Design, the design. We have
this is super interesting. Is that Experience Design? Most people think that it's about mobile devices. Not necessarily. It can be websites. It can be game design. It can even be. I've seen more and more people use Adobe XD to make presentations instead of using Keynote or PowerPoint. And it's really yeah, it's an application to create these visual experiences, and
yeah, you're
and in this case, a website.
I can show you another case I did for an on-screen, yeah, like a TV network. And yeah, I'm also doing all the stuff, you know, for the big screens and everything, and also experience design gives you the freedom to screen for anything. You can do vertical videos for all the social media stuff and things like this. Yeah, you're very free.
Yeah, very elegant, Lisa says.
Thank you.
Nice TW logo from Hafid.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I like the style. It's very reduced, and you have the focus on the products. What's maybe the main point in the shop system. You want to sell the products, so they are in the focus. But you have also this parts with the color, where you show some of the travel parts from the girls, or like the whole blog. It was in Bali. They go on the travel, and these are the chains they find there on the markets. You can have this overview of everything, of all the journeys. You go, you see just the chains, necklaces. You go to more information, you see the details of the product. You have more information, you can go back or you can buy now. And yeah, that's it. That's another point. To sell it, you can make working with models, you can work just clean with the chains. Yeah. It was a nice project, a very nice client, so it was fun. And here are the interactions, the animations for it. It was the about page was placed below and sliding in, sliding out to the main page. It's like the micro animations. I think it's very nice.
CSS changed everything.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's like the responsive logo stuff and everything. It's so great. What chances are there? The opportunities were so cool. Yeah, this design, the block comes from the right side. This is the point. Slides in, and the same with interactions. And that's the thing, it's not possible in experience design to just take one object and animate it.
Move.
You just can take it from the side. So maybe.
But the team is listening.
Maybe that's the next step.
Do you use user voice for XD?
What?
User voice? You know, when you go in, where is it? We're in upper ramp. But in XD, if you go into help, you can go into the bug submission or feature request, and that goes to user voice. And basically, you can say what you want, and then people can vote it up or vote it down.
I think so. I put something like they have to integrate Wix in the whole system, this online builder. Because then you can just take your file from XD and develop it. And then you're so free for it. I can show you a process I do for my own portfolio at the moment. It's also built up with XD, the whole concept. And I just try, I want to see if the typography and everything works. I just put it in Wix and I can use it today. So I didn't need a developer. I know nothing about a handwritten code from a creative guy. I know. But there are so many clients today which just have a small budget or limited budget. And so I think the need of this all editor stuff is, will become more and more important today. Okay. I think also
the mobile
version. Maybe I should show some more of the mobile stuff. Maybe it's more interesting for the people on the screen. Then I will show one of my latest projects I built in the company. It's for a big German automotive concern. And it's like a landing page for a campaign, for an advertising campaign.
Lisa is asking, how do you make decisions on deciding the user flow, for example? Is that something that
I try to keep it as simple.
Post-its everywhere, or
I start with wireframing, of course. It's not like I have my sketchbook, and I do everything in my sketchbook, and I think about from where can it, and I try to keep it as in a natural feeling. It's like everything is just from one way, and you just have one way to go through this whole story. So I can say how the user gets the story, I just take this, and he has just one way to go through the whole website. So, you can tell him what he sees. I don't know how to say. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I hope you do too.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. Like here, you see the wireframe. In this project, I built a simple grid with just 2 options for the size of the images. It's like editor, the teasers for the tools. We also integrated tools like GIF generator or poster generator, which you can use personal. You can make your own text on the poster and then let it print, or you can make a GIF from the movies we built up in the campaign. And you can use it for yourself for 9gag or for all this social media stuff. And here was the same. It was to get the clients. It's an interactive header. So when you use your iPhone like this and you hold it, it's like moving. And also the screen is separated, the text is separated from the background and everything. Here you see like the menu, the drop-down menu is working with also micro interaction with a micro animation in the menu button. Yeah, it's like here just
I like the hamburger gets squished.
Yeah. But it was here with the eggs, and the eggs go back. Yeah. There you just, this for example one of the GIFs you can go and take and to put your own stuff on it. It's like a gallery, the gallery for the wallpaper stuff and everything we also gave them as goodie. Yeah, that's a generator. You can put in your text, and this is the teaser you put in, it opens. There you have the generator. You can choose what picture you want to use in your thing. Yeah, you can choose the text style, you can choose the color of the text, and then just export and download and use it free as you want. Same with the poster editor. You have the pirate wedge you can choose. And I think that's to download. The download button opens when you're ready. You can't download it before you have done you have done the work. And also face swiping tool, I don't know, like Jib Jab or all this stuff. A bit more simple, not so big, but And the same for the screen stuff. And this is the same, we just have 2 sizes for the images. They are in a grid, and also the other modules, the other parts of the website. And you see the interactive header animation. When you go over the header with your mouse, then it goes, like a parallax scrolling effect or like this.
And this is something in the works, or is this already out there?
No, it's actually, I think it's online at the moment, the campaign was out in, I don't know, I can see, the videos are down. I don't know. Don't see when it was outside.
Oh, okay.
We will see. But I don't want to show so much of this advertising stuff. Maybe we go.
I tell you what, we're just gonna do the giveaway. Okay. Oh, and yes, Tim is preparing our little bot. Get ready in the chat because the bot is actually looking for somebody in the chat that's been active in the past minutes. You know, like we want to have people tell us what they think in the chat, and we will have the bot choose a lucky winner of Adobe XD socks and other swag like notebooks and stuff like that. So get busy in the chat, and we'll be back with the winner.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe I will show one of my last projects. It was for this multi-channel video channel, online video channel.
There's a question from Mac Karlikar. The landing pages are quite cool. How do you, as a designer, think of conversion? For example, allowing different types of users, different experiences to improve the click-through or the buy now rate or stuff like that.
Say it again, please.
Yes, this is. Yes, there's a lot of noise here
it's a bit
because
loud.
people at the awards are having lunch right now. So, so sorry about that. Let me just go here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like, do you think as a designer of conversion as well, like having the right content being given to the right person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
is this something you prepare in your designs? You think about, for example, there was this guy with the teeth.
Yes.
Okay. Is this another thing that happens when, I don't know, for maybe a 15-year-old opens the...
Yeah, in this file we have two different styles. It was more for the people who are over 30, I would say, something like this. It was a bit more, not so loud, I would say, from the voice, from the whole looking. And yeah, but we have also for the younger group, like the guy with the teeth on it. It was more like a bit, breaking the
normal, the Mercedes brand. Yes.
Yeah, the normal style and giving a more useful thing. I have to say it was for the youngsters of Mercedes, so like the used cars of them, and so they were like open for a bit more, for louder noise of
something louder. So yes, Mac. As a designer, you have to think about things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's all the things for the socks here.
I think I will also need some of the socks.
With what accent? Max Pace. Why can't I say a bot? It's definitely not a boat. All right, let's go down, 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 down. Okay. Okay, sock hype. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on your project.
Okay, we will go on with the multi-channel video channel, which is used for Facebook Live on air, and they are also like a live streaming content and everything. So it was very necessary for this project to keep it simple, that they can use it in a very easy way while the live stream runs, so they can go in with the titles and everything, and and the special thing was like creating all this design stuff for the identity from the content of the videos they use. And so I take some pictures of the content and just having for teasers or like for the header images and everything. We will go on with the base. It's a nice nice type from Typekit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's very cool to use Typekit because you have also so much opportunities for all the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so, when you have the Creative Cloud, you can use it for so much of the work.
And believe it or not, many people who have Creative Cloud still don't know that there is Typekit.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. It's so cool. Because you can, when your client uses also the Creative Cloud, they are also free to use the fonts, and you're not like, I have to look where I get the font to give it to you because they want to not license and everything. You know, the old melody.
Like this was the old days. Like, here's the font.
Most of the clients ask like this. So, oh no, why I have to pay for the font in a yearly way? What? Why? No. There was a type designer, and he also needs to get paid.
And I think we have a winner. And oh wow, the winner is Tanya Weil. Tanya, congratulations! You just won yourself a whole bunch of Adobe XD swag. All right, so Tim is going to get in touch with you, and congratulations. And thanks to everybody else who participated as well. There's going to be another opportunity in the next segment, so stay tuned. In about an hour, there's going to be another opportunity. So yes, we were talking about fonts very quickly here. Yes, I think, you know what I always say about using Typekit is that it takes away this gray area. You know? It just makes it legit, like finally there's a system that just works, and there is no doubt in anybody's mind that that the font is licensed or not licensed, etc. And it's part of your Creative Cloud subscription.
And grows so much. So there are a lot of new foundries which are going into Typekit, and I think at the beginning it was limited, but it grows so fast. So you're very free, and you have real professional fonts with every style and every usage. And I was doing in the time I was in this editorial company. When I was in the editorial, I had to think a lot of this profit. You have to keep at the best way one font for a whole magazine. So you have to be flexible with all the font stuff. And with Typekit, it's also, it's perfect. And you're not so reduced with your opportunities. So the typography is for like the on-screen stuff, and also for like a scoring things and everything. It's in German, I hope. You can understand, but it's also like Q&A stuff, and also scoring. A bit like a dynamic color system for the logo system and for the on-screen. It was like for every kind of channel we have a separate color, but the form of the logo is always the same. So we have a dynamic logo system, which is grown with a static element, like the form. So the client or the users know the form and how it looks and the font and everything, but the color for every part of the is another thing. So you can use this for I don't know, for one format of the videos. It's the brand, the basic brand, and I think
that's what creates the trust, right? I mean, there's so many fake things or copies or like things that like phishing schemes or stuff like that. So a brand is super important, especially when it's implemented well.
Yeah, you have to feel confident with the brand and connected and everything, but it also has to be fresh and look, like it's new every time, but also like, I'm connected to them and I know them and it's my brand.
So Mac is asking, can you recommend any good free websites for typography and how colors go well with each other, types of fonts? Which one do you use usually? Anyone else have recommendations? I think this is something that, that of course, Daniel, you surely have your sources of information. Of course, the biggest source of information is everything you've seen in your life and that you put together artistically. But of course, there's really, really a ton of sources that people enjoy watching. I don't know, maybe you have a few that you regularly go to, or...
Of course, I have some pages. I would say, of course, Behance is one of the biggest, but also like Mind Sparkling Magazine or also Smashing Magazine and things like this. It's cool. Yeah. But I think...
Smashing Magazine. Actually, Vitaly is here.
He will talk later, I think.
Yes, he will be here on stream at the end of the day, yes.
Yeah, Smashing Magazine is one of the most... I try to read it every day, because when you're also like between the design and develop part, it's like the best way to get the knowledge. For me, it's like I can code, but just for the basics. I try it in my studies, but it's not like I'm a very professional coder. But things like, I want to check a font from a website or something like this. I think for this it's very good to have this basic knowledge for the whole coding stuff, because you can just go to the website, go in the editor mode in Safari or something, and just check the font. What fonts did they use? What edits they made
with that plugin, right?
Yeah, with the it's in Entwickler mode, and then in the web information area. And it's just what the New York Times, what kinds of font they use, and I can just have a look and take them. Or get my inspirations, I would say.
No, and there's also some Chrome extensions that let you just hover over the page and get that information on the fly.
Cool. So in Chrome. I just made it in Safari. I don't know, I'm used to it. So
me too. I that's usually how I do it.
But at the moment I'm trying a lot of browsers, because of when I'm playing a bit with this online editor stuff and everything. So here's important thing for Facebook, because of the grid. You can see what parts are in the mobile safe area, so you can choose one header image, and it's the text.
And just when you're finished with your design, Facebook changes everything.
And then you can start new, so you get a new budget maybe.
Exactly.
And yeah, the same for the posts, like a dynamic post strategy stuff. And here you see like it's on screen, and very important for the digital stuff, the vertical video. And yeah, I try to keep every element flexible enough to use it in every kind of format. For this.
With all these grids, it almost feels like you went to school in Switzerland. You know?
How I say it, in the editorial way, it's very about structures, about typography.
That's so
and
cool,
I need it for my brain. When I just put it down somewhere and it doesn't make sense for myself, I don't know how to set it to the client. I just needed the structure.
That's a good point. If it doesn't make sense for himself, it doesn't make sense to the client. You can't explain something if you don't believe in it.
Right. And that's the reason why you need to know the history.
There
we have the circle.
Back to history.
And here's a little overview. I just try to put at the end of every project, that you see what's the result. And the same with the steps before.
So yes, Amy, Typekit is not included in the... Yes, I think it is included, Typekit, in the student and teacher edition. I don't see why not.
No, it's inside, I think. Okay. Maybe I think a lot of the audience are also in the creative business and in the creative fields. And one thing we had before was the portfolio page. And I was starting my freelance business in the beginning of the year, and I'm currently working on my new portfolio. Maybe we can show some work in progress.
Why don't we show that? That would be awesome.
I think it's Behance I use for also for every project for the portfolio stuff. But at the moment I'm on the way. I need a professional website and to show a bit more like also from the style I want to set to my clients in my own identity, I would say. And
so did you try the portfolio from Adobe?
I actually have my the website, which is online now. I built with portfolio, Adobe portfolio. I can show you.
Portfolio is also included in Creative Cloud, your Creative Cloud subscription.
And it's very cool. That's not a portfolio page. It's very cool because you can use the same pictures you upload in Behance on your portfolio site. So it's very easy. But I think also a bit limited when you're like in the business of experience design and we're talking about all this modern innovative stuff. It's very static and it looks perfect on mobile and on screen, but you are very limited with all the transition stuff between.
You need to animate stuff.
And I'm like, I want to have an animations on every page at least and things like this. I don't. But I will show you the page which is online now with Adobe Portfolio, so you can see it's very easy and very clean.
So how do you like your freelance life?
It's cool. I was. It's not so secured like the agency stuff, and I'm really happy to have this time in the agencies. I think I was in the business like 8 years now. With studying and everything, and but at the moment it feels like I need a change because it was like one project after the other, and you're spending a lot of time of the days with meetings and all the stuff around. And it's like you have no time for the important stuff for your part of the business, and it's more like making the contact between your team, between the creative director, between the client, present, and then
and hiring a whole bunch of freelancers. Right? So why not be them?
I don't know. It's it's funny.
But good luck. It's
thank you. It's just, it feels like I can now choose myself for myself what kind of project I want to go on. And I had a good start with 2 projects, so it's nice. I'm looking for the next stuff. So this is my update today. The site which is online today. And
and that's Adobe Portfolio, you said.
This is built with Adobe.
And as you can notice, it's dk-ad.com. On Adobe Portfolio, you can also put your own domain name. Okay, so it doesn't have to be dk/id/dot-portfolio.adobe.com. You know, like so.
You're very free with this stuff. As you can build also the parts, the name of the parts, and everything by yourself. So here's a little profile page with all the information stuff, very clean, very, because you go on the page, you don't have much time, you just have to see, okay, what's important, what clients, what was some points in the life, and the CV.
This part of the CV always makes me laugh because seit mehr als 6 Jahren, also for over 6 years done that. This is something you have to think about every year. Oh, I need to update that.
Of course, it's crazy, I was also like, when we talked about before, was it 8 years in the agency? 6 years? I don't know. It changes every day. Go further. And also I have the product page. I just want to show some big pictures of some of the projects. And then you go on in the case. And you see, basically, it's the same. Like I upload on Behance. I put the resolution a bit higher. You're very free with all this grid stuff. That's very cool. So you can put your grids, and on mobile they just go.
It's responsive.
And that's great. You're in the builder. You're very free. You can build up the mobile version. It's nice. And okay, that was the thing which is online right now. But I will show you the work in progress stuff, and I started in the new portfolio with the XD file.
Because this is one thing that I don't know if you when you export it, like when you export it from here, you can also.
It is online, I think.
Yes, but you can also take the embed code. And put the whole thing on your Behance. Where people can actually try it. See it work, you know?
I just had it here online, but not on Behance, just in this. So I think you have some buttons here, like for this stuff.
And you have the same experience also on Behance.
Cool. That
so
I don't know.
I
have to try it.
Sorry, I clicked buttons. Keep my hands away.
No, it's okay. So where we were. I will try. So we will not go so much into this project maybe, but I will show you how it works, or what was the thinking about. And you see, it's also like in this wireframing stuff. You see, okay, this page on the right. When we go on the live page, and I want to have this part, it's like the impressum on this. It also comes from the left inside. I have the button there where I make here this interaction, so the user has not to search for it. It's there where your mouse is. So the easiest way, I would say. Then I have the text here. Normally it's an underline. It was not in this project, but in this live page there's an underline, so you see there's a link. And then you can go to the project or to the informations. First, the informations. It's work in progress, so don't think about the type. And you can go also back to work. Then we have here this work builder. It's like I've animated this text in the whole system, and I built it up a slider. When we go to the, you see it's every separate page for this. I wanted to have it like also this stack system. I also used in the behavior app for the driving behavior. So you can't scroll through the whole page. You have like you're scrolling one tab, and then the whole screen comes in. And I think this very nice and experienced design, the possibilities to do this, because you're here the page for the work, so the landing page for the work stuff, and then you go to the points, and you just have this. He sees also every time the landing page for this project, work in progress, how I say, can easily use the same elements for the mobile stuff. And then you can use it like here. It's just very easy, but you have also this feeling. And when you use the app, you can work easily on it, like in a live experience. And when you show the client something like this, it will be much more effective than just showing the design thing. You see it here? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just works.
And the cool thing is that while you're working in XD, like change the text or put another image, it actually is this wanted that there is no full stop here?
No.
Okay.
How I say it's working.
Let's add a full stop.
Of course.
And let's leave the camera on the.
To go there.
I noticed that right away. Okay, full stop here.
Yeah, and.
Okay, and.
Whoa, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Actually, yeah, it works, and also like. Yeah. Okay, it's too
so
big
it's so great to be able to work on your experience and have your iPad or phone or whatever next to you and really test it out right away while you're working. I think that's quite exceptional.
Yeah, you just see when you have it on your device how is the type is working, how it is. You need to see it like this in the feeling, because when you just see the static screen, it's okay, and then just like this on the big screen. I can't imagine. It's cool, it's not cool. Yeah, it's difficult, very difficult. And then, I want to see if it's work really in the real internet. And so I use another tool to get the stuff online. It's the Wix editor page. No, I will use Opera. There it is. Loading time is not perfect yet, but yeah, this is now live and another link from my page. And you see here it's working like this, and the same way, like, okay, I want to see the projects, go on there, they are going in. I can use moving images like the text. I put a GIF file inside. And I have the same experience with all this cleaning stuff, with the sliding and the card stack thing and everything. I put here some more stuff of it. And I have a drop-down menu where you can go to every specific project from this way or from that way. So you're free to reach every project. It's the same content basically. But here you have no navigation, no logo, just closing or go to the next project. It's very important for the mobile. When you go to the back of the page, you can just show. I've updated the picture here for the tiny warrior. And the same with the about page, I would say.
So how are you organized now that you've started this freelance life? Do you have an office or do you work from home? Or
actually, I work from home, but it's very in the beginning, I would say. I was in the agency life till December or last year, and so you see, I want to need to get a new laptop. To do some investments, but everything began so fast, and there were clients like, "Oh, you're freelancing now? Okay, come tomorrow," and things like this. Awesome. And I was just hurrying around and
you're freelancing now, okay?
I'm not totally. My mind is not there at the moment. I'm still thinking like in the agency world, but it will come. It will come, and I have to be more relaxed and be more chosen. The best thing is I can do in the morning my sports club and everything, and I'm just free with my time.
Daniel, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for sharing your work with us for the past hour. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you all in the chat. Stay here because it's going to get super exciting also with Lance Wyman, who came from New York and is going to talk about his icon pack he designed for Adobe XD. So stay tuned. We're going to be back in 5 minutes. Daniel, thank you.
Rufus, thank you.
Thank you.